follow up on Dr. O'Connor not being here, is this a situation where Dr. O'Connor does not want to come and talk about the president's health, or where the president doesn't want Dr. O'Connor talking about his health?
I will tell you, I have spoken both to the president and to Dr. O'Connor on an ongoing basis, and neither of them has expressed a preference on either. Dr. O'Connor has not at any point said he doesn't want to come. The president has not at any point said he does not want Dr. O'Connor to come. So I would say neither of those is correct.
Quick follow-up to that. Have you or did Dr. Jha ask Dr. O'Connor to come to the briefing room and they declined, or because Dr. Jha indicated that there was no resistance to doing that?
So there is no resistance to doing that. The answer, and the question that was asked, the answer is no to that. We believe that, not even we believe, we know that the president has very mild symptoms.
One of the questions that's been asked, and we'll have to raise it again, is why the president's personal physician is not here. Are you familiar with a reason that the president decided not to send his physician here to answer our questions the way that his predecessors have decided to send their physicians here?
KJP, I don't know if you want to start it. I'm happy to give my thoughts, so you want me to just give mine?
Why don't you start and I'll come in.
Yeah, so look, you've heard every day and from the president's physician through his detailed accounting of his assessment, his plan. I have been speaking to both his personal physician, I speak to him every single day at length, with the president on an ongoing basis. Like, we've been very, very open and transparent with all of that data. But the president's physician, I think, has been very, his words have been very clear, and then you've heard from him through his letters every single day.
Forgive me, there's a history here in this room of president's physician standing here to take questions, and in part it's because some of your colleagues in the medical profession do have questions, and they've asked us to ask those questions about why the president's doctor ordered him to stop taking Questor and Eliquis. You have done your best to communicate the answer that the president's physician has given, but are you familiar with the reason why the president decided not to send his doctor out to answer those questions specifically?
Yeah, what I will say is, again, if you take a look, step back and ask the question, what's the medical condition that the president? You've been hearing from the president's physician, you're hearing from me. That is a lot of information, and certainly plenty of information to understand both the president's condition and the decisions that are being made. I don't know if you want to add anything further.
I mean, look, just a couple of things. As you, Steve, mentioned, some of our medical colleagues, just want to say a couple of things about some notable healthcare professionals who have validated our treatment approach. Look, we are in a different place. This is not 21, 22 months ago. This is not even a year and a half ago. And so we've been here almost every day since, not every day since, every work day since, for about an hour, fielding your questions, taking your questions.
Do you foresee a circumstance, Karine, where the person who treats the commander-in-chief of the armed forces will never or will ever come to this podium?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we're in a different place with COVID. Right? We are able to do the business. He's able to do the business of the American people, and not just him. Other Americans as well, because there are vaccines that are free, because there are boosters.
And then, are there any plans to discuss with the president's doctor coming out to brief the press, if not on COVID, on his general health conditions, or in other words, under what circumstances would he come out and talk to the press?
Well, we put out back in November a comprehensive examination that was done by a panel of doctors, and we put that out. And there was no doctor that came out to the podium and give and take questions, right? We put that out, and we took questions in the briefing room. And so, look, again, we're in a different stage than we have been.
Okay, and you said again today that the president is following the CDC guidelines very strictly. It seems like there are people in the residence taking his photo with no mask on. I was looking at the guidance for COVID positive people. I don't see any carve-outs for something like that. So is he really following the CDC guidelines?
Yeah, so so a couple of things. What's really important to anybody who's interacted with the president, and it's been a much smaller footprint, has been socially distanced as much as possible. They've all been wearing N95s, and whenever possible, we've done this we've done this outside with windows open.
Isn't the guidance for the person with COVID to be wearing an N95 when there are people around as well?
So, look, Peter, I think if you think about, the president, he does generally wear a mask when he's around other people. He sometimes takes the mask off when he's getting a photo taken. Most of his interactions with others, he has been wearing a mask. And the bottom line is that everybody around him is fully vaccinated and boosted. And he has been, I think, following CDC guidelines very carefully.